Basically, what I'm very much interested in is how is it that people survive and succeed in circumstances in which they shouldn't be able to do either one. So I've been working with urban populations, migration, changes in demography in central Mexico as well as in the southwest for many, many years. I was looking at these vast changes that were occurring in the early 70s in central Mexico, where you had literally millions of people moving from rural areas to urban areas. Now, in that process, I learned how it was that people were able to both survive and succeed. And one of the things that they did was to participate in what are called tandas in central Mexico, and in the north and in the southwest, these are called cundinas. And basically, these are rotating and savings credit associations. And these models, of course, are worldwide. You know, they occur in Africa, they occur throughout Latin America, Southeast Asia, China, Korea, so on. And basically, it's just 10 people getting together, or 5, it doesn't matter, and each one putting an amount of money per week and pooling that resource, and each one of the 10 over a period of 10 weeks then will receive that amount that they put in. And I found that these rotating and savings credit associations were key in allowing people to accumulate a fund, relatively large size, and invest it. They could either put it in the bank, or they could buy, for example, if they were selling commercial items like Kleenex, they could buy a box of Kleenex at about 30% discount if it were cash, and then they would make that amount of money when they sold the Kleenex, whether it's in the street or to a grocery store or whatever it may be. At other times, these funds were used for rituals, which were very important. Yeah, the whole issue of collateral and the whole issue of a credit history. You have neither one. So what you have to do is you use your available credit, social credit, with others in order to, in fact, function in the same way. These roscas have been in the United States since the 19th century, mostly practiced by Mexican populations. Now, the new immigrant populations from Asia, from India, and from Southeast Asia, as well as from Korea, brought that with them. And they established things like the isusu or the ko and other versions of those. Well, the significance of e-money pool is you're taking a cultural practice and digitalizing it. In a way, it integrates an informal practice into a more formal setting. And I think that's very positive, because the people who participate in the electronic version receive, if you want, a credit, a kind of reputation, savings reputation, that is going to be recognized by credit agencies. I think what they've done very successfully is in translating the non-formal, informal version into a formal setting. And they were able to capture then the cultural framework and transform it to this digital framework. And that's really hard to do, really hard to do. And that in fact is the greatest asset for for the e-money pool version of these rotating credit associations. That ability to translate from a cultural to a formal setting. One of the benefits of their personality is that they're extremely honest and above board. They don't claim more than they can deliver. They're very modest, they're cautionary, and they've taken steps. They haven't done this all at once, so they've taken steps by seeking advice on how to do this from people much better than I. So they're probably the best of the best. All three of them have the same personality bent of being very intense, very focused, and scrupulously honest. And that's what you need. Their character carries them through all of this.